Hi everyone, and welcome to the Millennial Revolt, an independent political talk show that seeks to bring a different narrative than the stale one we have going on right now in mainstream media. So today we're going to be talking about Hillary Clinton and how voter confidence in her is just going down. So for full disclosure, I am not voting for Hillary Clinton. I am currently voting for Dr. Jill Stein. I don't see that changing anytime soon. But I think it's important that people look at the basic collapse of the Clinton campaign in record time, because it's amazing to watch, to see this woman who was basically installed into the Democratic nomination, who basically had the red carpet unfurled for her, to see her campaign crumbling the way it is. I want you guys to take a look at this video and then we're going to discuss.
And bargain collectively. And I will fight back against so-called right to work. Right to work is wrong for workers and wrong for America. Now, having said all this, why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask?
So one of the main reasons as to why Hillary Clinton is not ahead is because the more people find out about her background, the more people find out about her scandals, whether it's involving her emails, Benghazi, though I really don't think it's that much there, Travelgate, a lot of the policy positions that she has supported. People don't like what they see. And the fact of the matter is, majority of Americans think you're lying. Even when she could possibly be telling the truth, people think she's lying. Now, the problem with Hillary Clinton as well is she is inauthentic. She is not believable. Gary Johnson doesn't have that problem when he's talking. Dr. Jill Stein definitely does not have that problem. And say what you want about Donald Trump, people like him. He's likable. I find him hysterical when he's not saying something completely idiotic. The problem, I think, with Hillary Clinton is people cannot relate to you. She seems very robotic. Everything seems forced. Everything seems very calculated and cold. She doesn't draw people in. She's not her husband, where you can look and say, okay, that's the kind of guy I can get a beer with. Even George W. Bush, for all his nonsense and his stupidity, he was the type of man people could say, I can get a drink with him. That guy's funny. I can imagine seeing him outside. And with Hillary Clinton, you would think that she would just be a little bit more soft, but it doesn't come off that way, and it reads very fake, if you will.
Well, the choice for working families has never been clearer. I need your help to get Donald Trump's record out to everybody. Nobody should be fooled. He proudly declared himself 100% right to work. He even hired a union-busting firm to break up an organizing campaign at his hotel in Las Vegas, where you are right now. And he built up his wealth by stiffing small businesses and contractors. That goes against everything we stand for as a country. My dad was a small businessman. I'm just happy he never did business with Trump.
Here's the thing that Hillary Clinton needs to understand. Rightly or wrongly, Donald Trump, whatever he did as a private citizen, he did as a private citizen. Now, I think it's important for the American voters to know what his record is so they can have a clear and honest picture of whatever they're getting themselves into. But Hillary Clinton is not an angel. She has supported policies that have systematically hurt American workers. She supported NAFTA, which decimated the American manufacturing field and shipped our jobs out of seas. Right now, she's supporting TPP. So to say that you are in a better position to help American workers, especially in Ohio, and it just rings false to me. So one of the things that Hillary Clinton discussed in this video was right to work. Now you may be asking yourself, what is it? Right to work is a law that allows an individual to work at any place of employment without having to be forced to join a union in order to stay employed. It also prohibits unions and employers to get into union security agreements and make workers pay dues and other forms of payment if they do not wish to. It was a Taft-Hartley Act of 1947, which authorized the states the ability to have RTW. So I'm going to have a link in the description box below that will link you to an article about the pros and cons of right to work. So I truly advise you to check that out if you want to find out more about the law. I think one of the things that have been severely lacking in this presidential campaign, especially, is talking about the issues. The two major candidates have really not been talking about what's important to the American voter, but they've just been attacking each other. Dr. Jill Stein has just been sticking to message and been trying to get her voice and her campaign really out there. Gary Johnson as well. And I can say that Donald Trump these last couple of weeks, he has actually been sticking to message and he hasn't been saying anything offhandedly. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump really isn't going up. You're coming down. Like, your post-convention bump is gone. This is now when people are actually tuning in to the election cycle because November is coming up quickly. September is almost over. And your unfavorable numbers are extremely high. The more people are finding out about your record, they are getting upset. The October surprise is coming. You know, it's just so much. And for a woman who was basically poised to take over the presidency from President Obama, you can't even win against Donald Trump. That just goes to show you what a terrible candidate she is. And she doesn't have that much policy positions or a record of achievement that you can say when she was a New York senator in my state, or she doesn't have a signature achievement when she was Secretary of State. So it just beggars belief how people will continue to say that Hillary Clinton is qualified. I was recently reading an article from MSN.com from the Washington Post, Peter W. Stevenson, where he was talking to a professor named Allan Lichtman, who has correctly predicted every presidential race since 1984. And let me repeat that. He has correctly predicted every presidential election since 1984. And he said Donald Trump is favored to win. Now, if the Hillary Clinton campaign is not panicking, they should be. I'm going to have a link in the article. I'm going to have a link in the description below so you can check out the article and read it. But this election is only going to get more crazy. It is essentially winding down. As I said, November is coming closer by the day. And the October surprise still hasn't gotten here yet. So it's just going to be interesting. I'm the Millennial Revolt. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video. And give a thumbs up if you do support the channel. And you have a wonderful day.